Well, hello there, Dukes here. We're back playing War in the Sea, and got enough, well, what I deemed to be enough views in my last video to make some more. So do stick around if you want to see more of this. Now, Task Force 19, which is our destroyers here, have encountered something. Now, I suspect this is probably going to be a submarine. Let's see, the sea state is quite poor, bad visibility, scattered weather. If this is a submarine and it fires at us, well, we're going to have a hard time even seeing the torpedoes before they're almost on top of us. So, finding the submarine, unlikely. But, I'll give it a try here. There's the torpedoes, are coming in from way over here. Now, we'll pause for a second. No, I said pause, not keep going at maximum speed. I wish I could put a marker in the map in some way. But you can't do that. Also, I don't know why I'm slowing down. I want to turn. And you break formation with me and keep going straight ahead. And hope you don't get hit. We'll just remember that it's the top of this second square is where we want to go. The McDonough, they're scraping by over here. I don't know if you can see this guy. That was the last one, so they missed us, but barely. Nope, wrong thing. Sorry. Clearly, very awake today. How unlike me. Now I'm going to slow down. We're going to... Actually, I'm just going to stop, because the weather's so bad, it'll be hard to even find him if we're moving at all. Oh my god, we found him. That was very lucky. So we're going to leave this guy here, and we're going to send the McDonough in for the depth charge. So the night fighting has now got like these little searchlights, which is cool. Those weren't there the last time I played. Or the last, big series that I did, which wasn't, recorded or anything. But I like it. I think it's cool. So he's tried to he knew that we were there, and he's tried to scoot away from us. But he's not gonna, because we've got him. Having two destroyers does make it easier, because you can leave one just in contact constantly. I'm going to put him on like 5 and have him just turn around, basically. Okay, we're chucking our depth charges in now. That was a pretty full spread, I have to say. Now what he'll do is basically turn and come to a stop to try to reestablish the sonar contact after he's done dropping. We're just going to whip this guy. Sorry, I'm turning up the speed a little bit here. I've done a lot of these, so I'm pretty adept. The old sub-hunting. At least I can be. Not always. So hopefully he can... One of them... There it is. He's got back in contact again. Now, we can... say we're using the McDonough... Oh, we lost him. So let's just go back like this. There it is. And... we can see his speed is 0. His depth is increasing, which could be a bad thing. That means we're either going to lose him or he's sinking and has taken a lot of damage. We can actually look at him if we go over here like this. And have a look at him. Now, that sub is not diving in a very good way. There's a lot of damage back here as well. So I imagine he's sinking, and... he's going to hit crush depth here. So I'm going to bank on not needing another string of... oh, well, now I've said that. He does look like he's coming up again. Okay, well, you know what that means then. McDonough, bring it in for another go. Because he thinks he can outsmart us. Well, he's got another thing coming. The fact that we even found him in this sea state is incredible. So we're going to give him another shout with the old depth charges here. And we're just going to stop with the hull. That wasn't the smoothest drop. He kind of went diagonal. It's kind of not the best. Not the best, but that's okay. Well, she's definitely taken more damage. And there she goes. She's gone. Sinking. So if we keep going like this... Well, we're going to get beep, beep, beeped a lot. We can turn off our beep beeps. There we go. There it goes. Crush depth. Gone. And that's how you kill a submarine. So there you go. That was cool. And they're just kind of going to go back to their patrol and keep going back and forth in that little spot. We've got several ASW set up. Oops. Apparently I clicked just in the right place for that to go into the tactical map, which is not my intention. I wanted to just make sure you guys were doing a patrol here. There we go. Now this guy still coming over. And, excuse me. We just reached morning, so now all of our aircraft are going to take off and do some looking around for us. Guess we never set up our aircraft to do some looking around over here. So let's do something like that. That's too much. Let's take that back a little bit. 172, that's too much as well. Like that. Nope, it's still too much. Still too much. The Wildcats have very bad range. Has to be said. I actually think that's going to be... Oh, crap. Sorry, I get really picky with my route plans here. You're going to do less. Okay. There we go. 81 is the magic number for a Wildcat patrol. And I'm less concerned about them coming from behind me. So I'll leave one Wildcat where if I've got something or a potential contact somewhere, we can send him out to be a scout for us, essentially. And pretty soon, like that. So that's a float plane. Now we could check and see what kind of float plane it is to determine if it's come from a submarine or not. But I imagine that it's not from a submarine because it's taking too long to go back. So his course is something like that. Now it could be he's just landed and gone back into the sub. Oh no, we've still got him here. So that's going to be about the extent of our range with the Wildcat. Yeah. I would say he went into the water there, but hard to say for sure. We're going to do a couple Avengers with rockets. And send them out. And if we catch the sub on the surface, they will just strafe the sub with rockets, basically. It's pretty hard to catch a sub on the surface. I noticed in the patch notes that they basically lowered the chance that would happen, and now it seems like it's impossible, because I don't think I've had it happen in this February, the February update at all. These guys get a little bit more range on them, though. And where did that little... Now that's what I was figuring was going to happen sooner or later. Oh, it's them again. Okay, so what I'm going to do is send out another set of Avengers with depth charges. And they're kind of going to scan this area. Something like this, maybe. And we'll go back to our chaps here. Now, I will tell you right now, unless you guys are super into watching ASW stuff, this is probably going to be the last time I'm going to show ASW because it's going to happen a lot. So let me know in the comments, do you want to see the ASW stuff? No, yes. I mean, it can be a bit slow. Oh, McDonough. There it is. It's creeping. Just skirted that. Oh, okay. Now we're going to have you go straight. Turn on the sub catcher. I want to say it was at the bottom of this square that the hull is currently in, but it could be not that far, farther than that. Hard to know. So the bearing was 149. The map doesn't give you any bearings, which is too bad. I like the map to give you bearings. I'd like you to be able to mark the map as well. Things like that would be handy, especially when you just do tons of anti-submarine stuff. It happens a lot in this game. All right, I'm going to move up to the next square here. So you can see the sea state is still very bad. Visibility's improved because it's daytime. The weather's still scattered. So, you know, another situation where we'll be lucky to find the guy. Be lucky to find the submarine at this point. So what we're going to do now is kind of go this way. Make sure that he didn't scooch behind me and I didn't notice him. Of course, this whole time he's moving away from us at probably about 9 knots, so it'll be hard to really catch him if we've got no trail like we do at the moment. I mean, obviously we can move it, you know, 36 or 37 knots or whatever. I don't think we're going to find this guy because it took quite a while till we noticed where the torpedoes were coming from. So unfortunately, we're not going to find him on this one. But that's the way it goes. We're going to smack it up to maximum speed. Watch our planes do little circles. Early on in the game, in the campaign, there's a lot of little float planes hounding our ships over there. Okay, so this is going to be the same set again. The weather's gotten worse. We are losing visibility, and the sea state has gotten rougher. So, again, pretty hard to find him in these conditions. We're gonna bank left. There's the torpedoes. just leaving the submarine. We got lucky there seeing that. It's hard to know exactly where that is. I mean, I can't see them in the water now. I just saw the surge from when they left the submarine. Okay, they're coming right at us. Well, let's pause for a second because McDonough's going to have to do a bit of a turn here. Ooh, the hull might get hit here. Oh, crap. Oh. They went underneath us. Interesting. Those torpedoes ran too deep. Now, it's weird that that would happen to the Japanese, because their torpedoes are very good. They have the best torpedoes in the world, as a matter of fact, at this point in time. And the game does model a lot of historical things like that. That, you know, American torpedoes were very poor, especially at the beginning of the war. Very poor. So let's just slow down here with these guys. I just told you I wasn't going to show you another one of these, but we're doing it anyway. Because I thought I was going to catch this guy, because I saw where the torpedoes were coming from. The thing is, he needs to be in front of me and fairly close, because of how bad the sea state is. And we could have easily overshot him and gone over him at some point. I'm not liking the odds of this one. So I did my best to follow the trajectory of where the torpedoes were launched from the ship, sorry. And why did it automatically slow me down? That was weird. Did he launch another spread at us or something? That would be really weird. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. It's going away. We're done here. He's gone. Okay, that's irritating. What time is it? It's almost the time where you can no longer fly aircraft. But what we're going to do is send these guys out to Task Force 19. Did I? I did. Okay. And they're going to hang around with him until they have to return for, I guess that was it. They had to return. Because I guess it was too dark. We've got our subs in pretty good positions up here. I'm pretty happy with where these guys are positioned. I'm going to kind of put him in like this triangle kind of formation to intercept shipping up there. Same thing up here. Kind of want to do a shape. I mean, that's looks a bit like a dangus. It's not really the shape I was going for. Let's try like this, because I want him to cover these passages. There we go. And you have proven to have arrived successfully in this locale. Shortland Island, they've built up a bit from what I can tell here. That's why we haven't seen many merchants coming to Guadalcanal. They haven't bothered trying to boost that up at all. It looks to me, I think Buka always has the 2 airfield, but this does not. Shortland does not usually have the 2 naval facility, if I recall. But we're going to want to eliminate that threat of craft. Now, you can't do much with a level 2 port, naval yard sort of thing, as I recall. Level 2 airfield, though, is going to have bombers, which would be less than exciting. if we were to go up there with some ships to destroy the port and airfield there. Now you guys... Okay, they're almost back. That's what we're waiting for, basically. We're waiting for these guys to get back here so that we can disband them. I mean, I could build a level 1 port here. There's no reason not to, because the amount of engineering and fuel you get every week is always the same, which is 200. So I'll bring a full load in a week. Because we passed the 14th, because we started on the 7th, I believe. So that'll be enough to just do the third level, which isn't really going to be a big difference. So the Hammerhead has encountered a group, which it's claiming is a convoy with shipping. The weather's awful, and then the sea state is a 6. The worst, basically, the sea state can be, which is great for us to be attacking in. So we're going to go to periscope depth. Let's get a look at our old submarine. We're right here on the surface. Here we are. This is the Gato Hammerhead. And the sea state is bad enough that he can't find them on his own. I'm going to have to do it for him. So here we go. Oh boy, we've got quite the convoy here. We've got 1, 2, 3. So let's turn a bit. We've got, that's a heavy cruiser. So is that a destroyer? A destroyer. Look at the sea state, man. That is some dicey, that's vomity stuff there. We've got our eyes on one hell of a juicy convoy here, lads. Okay. Now, 2 to 3 torps, assuming they all go off, will make a bad day for a merchant craft. And I intend to make this a very bad day for the merchants. We're not going to worry so much about these cruisers. What I'm going to do is pause. I actually got another reading on another ship. Where is that? Where's ship 9? Oh, okay, it's just in the back. Okay, so here's the full convoy. So we've got, this is definitely supplies for Guadalcanal. I just got finished saying how they hadn't supplied it first. They had supplied Shortland Islands first. Here's the proof that they weren't intending to just give up on Guadalcanal, because this is probably all full of troops and supplies. Although I see no oilers here. So the oilers could have got in ahead of us, or they're behind this group. Basically, you need fuel to upgrade the fields. If you want to upgrade the airfields, you have to have fuel. These could be carrying engineering supplies. There's no way of really knowing what they're carrying. We're going to scramble when we get back to the overworld map. Pretty much any aircraft we have within range to attack this, because this is a good target here. And we've got the 2 destroyers in the front with the 2 heavy cruisers in the back. So this is a ballsy convoy. And I'm going to take number 1, and we're going to give him 4 torpedoes to be safe with minimal spread. Of course, you're going to lose eyes every time I do that. But we know what it is. It's a Maru class merchant. We'll see what kind of solution we can get. It's already looking like it's going to be bad, because the sea is very rough. So if it's going to be that bad, we'll fire our whole broadside and we'll up the spacing a bit. I'm not sure you can do much more to improve this solution other than get closer. We're at about 5,000 yards. We should probably wait until they're within 5,000 yards. Just for the effectiveness of our torpedo. is about 5,000 yards, I believe. It'll even say that on here, won't it? Well, it claims a Mark 17 can go 1,400 yards. 14,000 yards, rather, sorry. Oh, that's the main gun. So we're looking at the Mark 14 torpedo, right? Well, it says 9,000 here. This is another confusing thing about Americans' naval stuff at this period. There is a Mark 17 torpedo, I believe. Mark 14 torpedoes are quite bad. Quite bad. So, in hindsight, playing as the Americans, you almost don't even want to use submarines. So we're going to fire this. Now, I don't know why we can't get a better solution than this. The Americans had a torpedo computer that was very advanced and would have given you a much better solution than what I'm seeing here. But what can you do? So we're going to stop targeting him. We're going to go for the next one in line. Which is going to be the 8. Now, believe it or not, it's the same craft. And that's the best you're going to give me. Okay. We'll fire those rear torpedoes as well. Now what I'm going to do is full speed ahead. We're turning. That's probably good. We want to go forwards. We'll slow down for a second just to let those torpedoes go by us. We didn't get any circular running torpedoes, which is great. That's an issue the Americans had early on as well. Now, we are going to miss, it looks like, our target of this ship. And sorry, these are all going to disappear and go boom on us because I'm not looking through the periscope. But we're gonna give this guy a bit of a sore hull, I think. Now we missed most of those torpedoes, but this guy might. Now he's gonna dodge. He was almost ready to suck up one there, but he dodged it. Now we hit him right in the bow. That's pretty good. That's a good spot to hit him. Hitting torpedoes and hitting somebody in the bow with the very stern of the ship is the most effective position. And unfortunately, that's a lot of fishies returning to the ocean, as it were. And if we go back here, it's kind of hard to see. Let's look at our binoculars. Oh, see, look, this is a bug they haven't fixed. That's been here for a long time. Is I marked this as a gato, but if you look, this is obviously incorrect because here's the correct thing. So you just have to select a different thing. There, now that's fixed. It's just a weird bug that they never bothered to fix, I guess. So we're off because this guy has banked. This guy's going to suck another torpedo. It was a dud. Fantastic. That's American torpedoes for you right there. We'll be lucky if this guy sinks at this point. Now the destroyers are here. We'll look through our little scooper. Now they're going to head for our last position, just like we do when we're looking for subs. And also the sea state is terrible, if you recall. That's very beneficial. Now this guy is onto us a little bit. He thinks he knows what's up. Now ship 9, which is this one. No, that's 10. Where's 9? Oh, there he is. This guy we've got a shot at hitting again. Now Fortunately, we've only got one torpedo loaded, and it's going to take another several minutes to get the last one loaded, really. We're going to take all of our angle off of it. And I'm just going to let fly on that one. Now if we look behind us here, you want to make ships sorry that they've continued in a straight line, basically. Now that's 8 again. Is he banking? He's still got speed. His bearing is changing. He's turning like towards us. And that's the destroyer, I believe. Yeah, he's just sitting there like an idiot. So we're going to make him sorry that he's just sitting there like an idiot. Now he's turning ever so slightly, but his speed is very low. Did you hear that? That was 10 in front of us, I believe. Oh no, that was 10 over here. So that was our second rear spread. And these ships are basically trying to scatter, and one of them took one right up the bum there by the by the torpedo from the retreating formation. But of course it was a dud, so nothing to fear there. Man, they've got that accuracy right. This is looking okay here. This guy hasn't changed his trajectory at all. Now I could wait. I think I am gonna wait a little bit in the back to fire another shot at that destroyer. A realistic thing that would have happened in the Atlantic, Japanese merchant ships carried better armaments than British ships or many other ships in the Atlantic, really. So you can't really surface and fire your deck gun at them. You can see, look, this guy's got 3 guns on him, probably firing 5 inches, 4 inches, something like that. 4-inch shells. You know, that'd make us very sad. We're only a little submarine. I can't click on him. We'll just watch this way, like we were meant to, like we're playing Silent Hunter. Now it looks like the torpedo has just missed him or went under. It's hard to say for sure on that one. Now we've only got 50 seconds left on this. Man, that destroyer is looking juicy, isn't he? He's just sitting there like an idiot. So normally I wouldn't say to go after things like destroyers, but he's sitting there. This is going to be an easy target for us if we hit him. His bearing's constant. His speed is constant. They basically haven't detected us. They don't know what to do, so they're just kind of sitting there waiting. And we're going to stop that. We're going to go back to this guy in front of us. I was going to say something else about oh right, so if we come in with aircraft later and the destroyer is gone, so much easier for our aircraft not to have to deal with that destroyer firing at them. And again, if they're engaged by another submarine later. Now these torpedoes look good. Of course, the sea state is so rough, it looks like they've gone right underneath him. Nope, they've missed. There they are. But you remember, we only had like a 60% solution, something like that. I mean, he didn't even move after we shot those at him. This guy is still burning out here. I mean, look at that. He's sinking, that guy. But he's getting away with it. What's this? Okay, that's him. That's him finally moving. Is what that is. Now, where's 9? He's gone into the fog, I believe. Is that him? Just have a look around. So they peeled off their heavy cruisers in a big hurry and got rid of them. Got them out of there. I believe it's this chap here. We'll know really quick if we go like this. And we've got only one ready to go. With a 60% solution, that's about as good as we're going to get. Oh, I had a 65 briefly. Fire, fire, fire. This is our last gasp. Hail Mary shot, basically. After this, we're just going to dive and leave the engagement. With probably nothing sunk, honestly. But not from lack of trying. We had quite a few duds. That guy's still burning way out there in the back. I mean, that could be a lost ship right there. There's the torpedo. Right where the tip of my little pointer bobble boober is. It's going to miss. Very annoying. Okay, but we're done here. So we're going to bring in the scope. Dive us, please. Let's retreat. Instantly retreating. So somehow that guy escaped with only heavy, not critical, mind you, damage. Bullshit. Probably should have been scuttled. Because of how bad the damage was. Whatever. Okay, send this guy out here. Now we can launch our big boys. But what was that time? 4 hours. I would dare say that they would reach they would reach the island by that point and probably unload whatever they're carrying. There it is. The sea is still terrible here. Did that backwards. Get these guys down on level with the water. There's the ships. Let's see if we can spot our friend, the sad. Here he is. They got him under control. He looks absolutely fine. Okay, that is so stupid. Okay. That's just the state of the ocean is really rocking that guy. I'm going to send these two guys there. And you two guys there. Avenger 4. What the fuck happened? 5 and 5. Yeah, 7 and 7. No, that's fine. Okay. No, it's good. It's got it. We're coming in at a great angle as well. We can do a quick classification on these. Another thing is you have to select the ship that your ship or aircraft that's targeting something before you identify it. Otherwise, you'll just identify. It'll say you can't identify that or something stupid. So here we go. We're going into the back as far as possible deliberately because we want to stay away from the flak off these big guys. Now, these guys do have flak and things, but it's going to be significantly smaller compared to what's going to come off these cruisers and these destroyers. And this is looking good for these front guys. If they can drop these without getting killed. And they've done that. So I'm just telling them to form up and get the hell out of there, basically. I think everybody has managed to do that. Form up, climb, and escape, please. Now, these guys may have dropped too far forward. One of our guys got shot down. He's dying. He's dead. 2 of them are shot down. And they missed. Everybody missed. Son of a bitch. You almost have to take control of the torpedo aircraft yourself and do it because they're so bad at it. They just missed. They missed everything. That's terrible. We can't retreat for another 5 minutes for some reason. Not sure why that is. Our submarine is present in the engagement, but not in any position to do anything, so that was terrible. He's doing his little circuit. We'll let him keep doing that. He's got 10 torpedoes left, so he's got enough for a couple more alpha volleys, to say the least. To say the least. Doesn't really apply there. Okay. I'm sorry to say, it looks like Guadalcanal's going to get some supplies here. God, these merchants are so slow. Okay. Now we've only got 2. Get them down. I mean, it could be because I messed with the speed, but not entirely sure that was what it was. I think they would have still missed. There they are. Okay, bank it in. Open the doors there, fellas. It'd be good if your friend also opened his doors. So now you're going to close your doors. So open your doors. Okay. And form up on line ahead as well. Now, dud. Dud. Oh, God. I have to say, I think playing as the Americans might be more difficult in this game. Just because your torpedoes are so bad. And it might mean that you need something like an aircraft carrier right at the start because your land-based aircraft are just so bad. Yeah. Oh, there we are. Okay. Well, there you go. That was some War on the Sea action. Next time we're going to see our bombers get in there. And even though they're probably going to land the supplies in the interim between now and when those bombers get there, our bombers are going to have pretty good go at them once they get there. Now, I think our bombers are carrying APs. They are. So we'll do our best to kind of split them up on different targets. The APs might be overkill for the merchants, but we'll see when we get there. So let me know what you think of this series. If you want to see more ASW, let me know. If you want to like and subscribe, that's awesome. You can find more stuff like this on my channel. I've been making YouTube for a long time with just big breaks in between, basically. And I'm going to do a Rule the Wave series soon as well, since I found out that they're making a third one. I want to get some gameplay up on the second one, which is a game I've been playing for the last few years. So if you're interested in more Navy stuff, stick around. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Goodbye.